Big Bronson Reed should lose to Seth freaking Rollins at Crown Jewel this weekend. Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking. The hell? Bronson Reed is on the run of his life. He's finally getting over. He destroyed R-Truth. He destroyed The Miz. He destroyed Seth Rollins. He proved he's one of the best big men in modern history against Braun Strowman. And now he has the chance, opportunity to beat a multiple-time world champion, multiple-time WrestleMania main eventer in Seth freaking Rollins. And you're telling me that he needs to lose in Saudi Arabia this weekend? A lot of you, if not most of you, would call me crazy. If I wouldn't blame you. Because from, an outside world perspective, just surface level, it doesn't make sense. You want to get him over, you haven't beat a former world champion. You haven't beat the former face of Monday Night Raw. That's what you do. But I am looking at the future. I am looking to making Bronson Reed that much better, that much more of a monster, that much more fiercer. Just like what WWE did with Braun Breaker. And they did it a couple of times with Breaker. Breaker challenged Sami Zayn. A lot of people thought that he was going to beat Sami Zayn the first time around. That didn't happen. And then Breaker took care of business. He became Intercontinental Champion. The same thing with main event Jey Uso. Jey Uso beats Braun Breaker. And yeah, sure, Breaker gets some help from the Bloodline. But regardless if he had gotten help from the Bloodline or not, Breaker should have won that match, with or without interference, because these twists and turns, all these circumstances leading to the second time around, gives you the edge. And Bronson Reed, right now, thinks he's the man. Thinks he's unstoppable. Thinks he can just run through the entire competition. He's done it in the past. He can do it again. He needs a wake-up call to lose to Seth frickin' Rollins. And then the next night on Monday Night Raw, or the next couple of days, he goes on a rampage. He just tears Seth Rollins a new one. Because that's the side of Bronson Reed we need. And again, this leads me to the future. Because Bronson Reed, regardless of if he beats Seth Rollins or not at Crown Jewel, he is not yet ready for the main event scene. He is not yet ready to challenge Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. But what you can do is pair up Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker and give us a feud, a rivalry, matches that we'll remember between those two men for the IC title. And again, look back at history. Jeff Hardy versus Taker for the undisputed WWE Championship on Monday Night Raw. It made absolutely no sense to have Jeff Hardy become WWE Champion at that time. Hell, a lot of people were thinking, why the hell is he challenging the badass that is The Undertaker in a ladder match? But that got him extremely over with the fans. Now, of course, Jeff Hardy dropped the ball multiple times in his career. But I don't think Bronson Reed does the same right here. And on top of that, once we're done with all this Crown Jewel nonsense of the Crown Jewel Championship, World Champion versus World Champion, once we're done with all of that, Gunther still needs a top contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. And I'm sorry, it's not going to be Damian Priest. He's lost a lot of steam since he lost the world title. It's not going to be CM Punk. He's gone for the time being. I wouldn't expect him back until WrestleMania season. It's not going to be Drew McIntyre. Again, he's also out of commission. He needs some time to heal. And again, he's a heel going up against another heel. We don't want Drew McIntyre as a babyface right now. You need Seth Rollins at the top of his game. You need a top babyface like a Seth freaking Rollins. And again, yes, it is a part selfish on my part because I do want to see Seth Rollins versus Gunther for the World's Heavyweight Championship. And that needs to happen at Survivor Series. So again, could this work either way? Could Bronson Reed walk out with the victory at Crown Jewel? A made man? Absolutely. But it's all about delayed gratification. It's all about showing the audience the different layers to each character. And if Bronson Reed keeps running through the competition like he has over the past few months, the audience will stop caring because they've seen it time and time again. They continue to see it. So give us something different. Rollins beats Bronson Reed. Reed has to react some way, somehow. Now, it can be on Seth Rollins or it can be on somebody absolutely new. Sami Zayn, perhaps? Probably not. He's going to be a part of the bloodline. But you can find somebody else on that roster to pair Bronson Reed up with after Crown Jewel. So with that said, what are your thoughts? Do you agree with me with the fact that Bronson Reed can afford to take the loss against Rollins at Crown Jewel? Or do you think I'm crazy, I'm out of my mind, not putting over a brand new superstar over someone who, frankly, like Rollins, if he lost, it wouldn't really affect him? So with that said, leave your thoughts, comments, and predictions in the comments section below. I'm Alexis Carrillo. This has been Wrestling Talk, and I'll see you next time.